Family and friends, I welcome each and every one of you and thank you for coming today to witness the marriage of Tina and Charles. I see before me the beautiful bride. Who gives Tina away to marriage? Come. Please be seated. Tina and Charles, it is a privilege to share such a happy occasion with you. As a wise man once said, let us be grateful to the people who make us happy, for they are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. And dearly beloved, you are the people who make Tina and Charles' souls blossom. They are so happy to have you here today, to be part of this enchanted evening. Together, we're a group of the most important people in Tina and Charles' lives, and they've brought us here to publicly recognize that we've all played some special part in the love they share today. Tina and Charles wanted me to thank you all for being here and to recognize how important each and every one of you are to them. Some of you have traveled far afield, from Fremont to Orange County, some even further, especially from Vietnam, France, and Taiwan. They would also like to recognize all those who couldn't make it here today, as they're certainly missed, but not forgotten on this day of celebration. Tina and Charles, welcome to your wedding.
Thank you.
Welcome also to my wedding. You were very brave indeed to ask me to carry out the ceremony. You must have thought you fancied a bit of the unknown, a bit of adventure. Live life on the edge, a bit like marriage, really. Well, I must thank you for launching my new career as a marriage officiant, and for those singles out there, I will be taking bookings right through the evening. If you mention Charles and Tina, I will give you a substantial discount. Tina and Charles, we are here not only to witness the vows and promises you're about to exchange, but also to wish you both the very best life has to offer in your future together as husband and wife. We come together not to mark the start of your relationship, but to recognize the bond that already exists between the two of you. Romance is fun, but true love is something far more. And it is your desire to love each other for life that we are celebrating here today. Throughout history, what people have found that is essential for a strong and long-lasting relationship is that it be founded on what we call love. I think it's important that we consider this today, because after all, if you did not love one another, none of us would be here today. There will be no cocktails later, and the great show that you have worked so hard to plan for us all would not happen. So it's important for us to recognize that the foundation of your marriage was formed long before we ever came here today, and that is the love that you share. Love is the only seed that grows and flowers without the help of seasons. And the union of two lovers in marriage is like the first fruit of the first flower from that seed. And when we enjoy that fruit, we must think of the people who planted the tree. Mr. and Mrs. Nguyen, Mr. and Mrs. Ha, you have rooted Tina and Charles firmly in the earth, allowing them to reach toward the sky, provided them full of wisdom of the seasons, and weathered them through the coldest winter and the wildest storms. Tina and Charles would like to offer their profound gratitude for all the love and care you have continually offered. The unconditional gifts of love and support that you have offered have inspired them to become who they are today. And they thank you from the bottom of their hearts. Without you, this day would not happen. To Tina and Charles's siblings, Brothers and sisters are as close as hands and feet. So the Vietnamese proverb goes, as I'm told. You know one another's faults and virtues, catastrophes and triumphs. You know each other as you always were. To the outside world, we all grow old, but not to brothers and sisters. You live outside the touch of time. And you know each other's hearts. Tina and Charles are profoundly happy that among all the private family jokes and secrets, grieves and joys you share, you are all here once again to share yet another very special moment with them. As for all the friends gathered here today, we are the siblings nature never gave to Tina and Charles. And we are so excited for you both, and in awe to see how in love you are with each other. I'd like to read you a poem that I feel describes the utter tenderness you show each other and how I think your love must mean to each other. It is from a ditty by the late Mr. Elvis Presley. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfilled. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me long, take me to your heart, for it's there that I belong, and will never part. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. When at last my dreams come true, darling, this I know, happiness will follow you everywhere you go. Now, I'm not sure how great a poet Mr. Presley is, but let me share with you my own personal thoughts about love and marriage. Any of us who have been fortunate enough to find and express the kind of loving devotion that we are celebrating here today knows that it is an awesome and beautiful thing. Tina and Charles, your love for each other is a friendship that has caught fire. It is quiet understanding, mutual confidence, sharing and forgiving. It is loyalty through good and bad. It settles for less than perfection and makes allowances for human weaknesses. Love is content with the present. It hopes for the future. It doesn't brood over the past. It is the day-in, day-out chronicle of irritations, problems, compromises, small disappointments, big victories, and working towards common goals. If you have love in your life, it can make up for a great many things you lack. If you do not have love in your life, no matter what else there is, it is not enough. So search for love, share it, but most of all, enjoy it. Now, I ask the family and friends to stand, please. Please turn and acknowledge them. As family and friends, you form a community of support for Tina and Charles. Each of you, by your presence here today, is being called upon to uphold them in loving each other. Always stand beside them, never between them. Offer them your love and your support, not your judgment. Encourage them when encouragement is needed, and listen to them when they ask for advice. In these ways, you can honor this marriage into which they have become to be joined today. Do you offer your love and support to strengthen their marriage and bless this family created by the union? Please answer by saying we do. Thank goodness. Please be seated. Tina and Charles, please turn to each other and share the vows you have written.
Dearest, the most beloved Charles, 3 years ago, we were 9,000 miles away from each other. But somehow, fate has allowed the stars to line up in such a way that has brought us here together. The day we met was the most perfect and beautiful day of my life. And here we are, surrounded by people who love us. I, Tina, choose you, baby face one, to be my husband. You are the man I have been dreaming of and hoping for. My Charles, I love you so much, and I wouldn't want anyone standing here but you. From this day, I promise to work with all of my strength to stay true to these vows that are written from the deepest depth of my heart. I vow to love you, trust, respect, and care for you. As a family, we will create a home filled with love, laughter, learning, and compassion. I vow to grow old with you and never apart. I also vow to be fun, spontaneous, and explore the world with you, even when we are old and tired. I promise to never take your actions, words, kindness for granted. I always promise to always encourage you in your passion to do what you like and to share them with you. I promise to continue to follow the path of the Buddha, because through his teachings, I will learn how to love you and others. I will be the most loyal and faithful wife to you, Charles, and always make you and our family my #1 priority. I will take your family and your friends as my own and hold them dear to my heart. I will stay with you, share your germs, take turns being sick until we can't tell better from worse. My dearest Charles, you are my missing half. And you complete every inch of me that was missing before you came along. Today, I confirm my commitment to building a life, a home, and a family with you. And may you find me beautiful and attractive through my strength, character, and integrity. Let us be partners, soulmates, best friends, and lovers today and for the rest of our days. I love you.
My love, you are incredibly gorgeous. You have taken my breath away. I'm not even sure if I have any left to speak my vows. This seems so surreal. I have been dreaming about you all my life. You are not only my dream come true, you are my destiny. What is love? Love is timeless. For as long as I can remember, love is mom, love is dad, love is family, love is friends. I knew growing up that there's another type of love that people dream about and often yearn for. The kind of love that people write stories about and make movies where there's a happily ever after. Before I met you, I was that dreamer. But now, I feel so forever blessed and lucky to have a happily ever after with you. I love the way we love some of the same things. I love how we love entirely different things. I love that you are beautiful from the inside out, that your heart is so strong, yet so tender. You have a heart of gold, which shines in all that you do. I never want to stop falling in love with you. I know love takes work, and I vow to constantly nourish our love with respect, honor, and loyalty. My head and heart is a complicated pile of thoughts and fears, desire and dreams. It is this tangled up nostalgia for the past, present, and somehow the future. I am flawed. I am human. I am complete, and I am trying. I am one person. I am two hands, and I am one heart that solely belongs to you. I vow to fiercely love you in all of your forms, now and forever. I promise to never forget that this is a once-in-a-lifetime love. I vow to love you most, and no matter what challenges might carry us apart, we will always find a way back to each other because I vow to be your safe haven. I vow to support you in all of your goals and ambition. I pledge to respect your unique talents and abilities. I would cherish you for all eternity. I take you to be my sweetness, my soulmate, my love, my wife. You are everything I need, and at this moment, I know that all my prayers have been answered and that all my dreams have come true. You are my heaven on earth. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your love, your tenderness, your warmth. I thank you for inspiring me to always want to be a better person. I love you most.
Tina, Charles, with these promises to each other in mind, I would like to ask you some serious questions. Charles, do you take Tina to be your wife? Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish her for all time?
I do. I do.
We want to be sure that everyone heard that. Tina, with your promises to Charles in mind, do you take him to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish him for all time?
I do.
Tina and Charles will now exchange rings to symbolize this commitment. Can the ring bearers come forth? Charles, please take Tina's hands and repeat the words. Just put it close. I, Charles Din Nguyen,
I, Charles Den Nguyen,
take thee, Tina Mai Ha,
take thee, Tina Mai Ha,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in joy and sorrow,
in joy and sorrow.
and I promise my love to you.
I promise my love to you to be stronger than yours.
Charles cannot follow instructions, Tina. With this ring I thee wed.
With this ring I thee wed.
Tina, please take Charles's hands and repeat these words. I, Tina Mai Ha,
I, Tina Mai Ha,
take thee, Charles Din Nguyen,
take thee, Charles Din Nguyen,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in joy and sorrow,
in joy and sorrow,
and I promise my love to you.
and I promise my love to you.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I be wed.
Family and friends, we are near the conclusion of this ceremony. I'd like to now welcome the witnesses to please come forward and sign their names to the certificate of marriage. So, can you sign here? This box. This is your address, right? Yeah. Okay. Just sign your signature. Is this one? You need to sign here. Tina and Charles, you have stood before us and exchanged vows and rings, and you have made solemn promises to each other today in front of witnesses. I know that we all wish that you have many long years to delight in each other's company, to feel gratitude for your great good fortune in having found and love each other, to make a home together that is at once sheltering and welcoming, to each do meaningful, productive work at home and in the world, and to love and be loved by the friends and family who have come here today to support you. May we wish you both love and strength in all the trials and triumphs that life has to offer you. And so, by the powers vested to me by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you our newlyweds, Charles and Tina. Party time.